Printers, we all need them. They are essential for work tasks, they are vital for school projects. Sometimes we just want to print cool cat pictures for fun. Printers are supposed to make our lives easier and more efficient, but let's be honest, sometimes they just don't want to cooperate with our carefully laid plans. That annoying flashing error light, or that awful grinding sound, it's a familiar and unwelcome story for many of us when your usually trusty printer suddenly decides to take an unscheduled vacation right before an important deadline. The frustration is absolutely real and completely understandable. It often feels like a personal betrayal by a machine you depend on almost every single day for crucial tasks. Think about those common, everyday printer headaches. Paper jams are a classic, almost iconic printer problem. The printer eagerly eats your clean sheet of paper and then stubbornly refuses to give it back, holding it hostage, or perhaps it starts printing unwanted streaks and lines, making your important documents look like some kind of bizarre modern art, but definitely not in a good or impressive way. Sometimes the printer makes strange, unsettling noises, almost like it's trying to communicate with you in a secret robot language, a language that unfortunately only seems to mean trouble is brewing. These aren't just small, dismissible annoyances, they can effectively stop your entire workflow dead in its tracks, causing significant delays and a lot of frustrated sighing. Then there are the truly dreaded error codes that can appear. A seemingly random string of numbers and letters suddenly pops up on the printer's tiny display screen. What on earth does error 5B00 or code PXEM0F even mean to the average person? It's almost like the printer is actively daring you to try and figure out its cryptic puzzle. And let's not forget the ever-present possibility of connectivity problems. Your computer confidently says the printer is offline and unavailable, even though the printer itself is sitting right there, plugged in, powered on, and looking perfectly innocent. These kinds of baffling issues can quickly turn a simple printing task into a major time-consuming investigation, wasting precious time you simply don't have. Now, it's true that some of these occasional printer tantrums can indeed be solved with a little bit of basic know-how and patience. A quick system reboot, a gentle and careful tug on a piece of stuck paper. Sometimes you get lucky and the problem resolves itself easily. However, quite often the underlying problem is much deeper, perhaps more mechanical in nature, or it requires a special kind of technological wizardry to diagnose and fix correctly. Attempting to fix these more complex issues yourself without the right tools or expertise can sometimes inadvertently make things significantly worse. That's precisely when you need to know who to call, like the skilled experts at Vandeberg Imaging Supplies who actually speak fluent printer. Before you reach the point of wanting to throw your misbehaving printer out the nearest window, let's try some basic first aid techniques. These simple, straightforward steps might just save the day for you, or at the very least, they can help you determine if it's just a minor hiccup or something more serious requiring professional attention. First, the oldest and often most effective trick in the IT support book, simply turn it off and then turn it on again. Yes, this applies to both the printer and your computer. This simple action can often reset minor internal glitches and get the devices talking to each other properly again. It sounds almost too simple to be effective, but you would genuinely be surprised how often this actually works. Wonders for many different electronic devices. Paper jams are incredibly common, as we've already mentioned. If your printer has decided to swallow your paper, remember not to just yank it out wildly in frustration. Instead, open all the available access panels carefully and methodically. Look for the designated paper path inside the machine. Try to pull the trapped paper out gently, always in the direction it normally travels through the printer to avoid tearing. If the paper does tear, make absolutely sure you retrieve all the little pieces. Leaving even tiny scraps of paper behind can unfortunately cause even more jams later on down the line. Always check your printer's user manual for specific instructions on clearing jams for your particular model, as the mechanisms can vary quite a bit between different brands and types. What should you do if your prints are coming out faded, annoyingly streaky, or are missing some colors entirely? First things first, check your ink or toner levels. Most printers have a utility program on your computer that allows you to do this, or you might be able to see the levels directly on the printer's own display screen. If a particular cartridge is low or empty, you'll need to replace it. Sometimes an ink or toner cartridge might just be poorly seated in its slot. Try carefully taking it out and then putting it back in, ensuring it clicks securely into place. For inkjet printers specifically, the print heads can sometimes get clogged with dried ink. Many printers have a built-in cleaning cycle you can run from the printer software. Try running that a few times. If your printer isn't being recognized by your computer or persistently shows as offline, it's time to check all the connections thoroughly. Is the USB cable plugged in firmly and securely at both ends? The printer end and the computer end? If it's a network printer, is the Ethernet cable properly connected, or is the printer correctly connected to your Wi-Fi network with the right password? You might even need to re-enter the Wi-Fi password on the printer's control panel if it has recently changed. Sometimes simply restarting your internet router can also help resolve stubborn network printing issues. These basic connection checks can often resolve simple communication breakdowns between your various devices and your printer without immediately needing to call for professional backup. So you've diligently tried all the basic troubleshooting steps, you've restarted everything multiple times, you've carefully checked all the cables, and you've gently coaxed out any visible pieces of stuck paper. But despite your best efforts, the printer still stubbornly refuses to cooperate with your printing needs. Maybe it's now making a brand new, even scarier noise than before. Or perhaps the error message displayed is particularly cryptic, and even extensive Google searching isn't providing any clear answers or solutions. This is precisely the point where well-intentioned DIY efforts can quickly turn into a frustrating DIY did I even touch that situation. Complex internal problems, broken delicate mechanical parts, or deep-seated software issues really do need a professional touch to avoid causing more extensive damage or wasting more of your valuable time. This is the perfect scenario where a reputable company like Vandeberg Imaging Supplies steps in to save the day. They are, in essence, the printer whisperers you need. Think of them as highly specialized doctors, but for your essential printing equipment. They possess the correct diagnostic tools, the specific factory training, and crucially, years of hands-on experience to accurately diagnose what's really going on under the hood of your malfunctioning printer. Conveniently based in Nairobi's central business district, they serve a wide geographical area, even offering reliable courier services for clients located all across Kenya. Their core mission is to restore your printer back to its optimal working condition, and they have successfully built a strong reputation for doing just that with remarkable precision and dedicated care for many satisfied clients over many years. One of the single biggest and most compelling reasons to opt for professional repair services is the quality of the parts used. Vandeberg Imaging Supplies makes a very significant deal about exclusively using genuine manufacturer-approved parts for all of their printer repairs. Why does this seemingly small detail matter so much for your printer's health? Well, using cheap third-party or knockoff parts might appear to save a tiny bit of money up front, but it's very often a recipe for much bigger disaster further down the line. Genuine parts are meticulously designed and manufactured to work perfectly and seamlessly with your specific printer model. They ensure continued reliability, consistent print quality, and overall longevity, effectively preventing further issues that non-genuine parts might unfortunately cause. The technicians at Vandeberg Imaging Supplies are fully certified and extensively trained professionals. They are equipped to handle an impressively huge range of printer brands, including popular names like HP, Epson, Canon, Brother, Kyocera, Samsung, Xerox, Lexmark, Ricoh, and many, many more. They don't just stick to standard office printers, they also confidently deal with more specialized printer types such as dot matrix printers, thermal label printers, and even industrial barcode printers. Importantly, and as a testament to their expertise, Vandeberg Imaging Supplies is an officially authorized Epson repair center in Nairobi. This official recognition means that Epson themselves trusts their capabilities. Consequently, Vandeberg technicians receive direct training from Epson, gain access to proprietary Epson diagnostic tools and technical documentation, and get priority for sourcing genuine Epson parts, which is a huge undeniable plus for anyone owning an Epson printer. Do you want to avoid those incredibly frustrating and productivity-killing printer breakdowns in the first place? The not-so-secret secret is regular preventive maintenance. Just like your car needs its regular oil changes and comprehensive checkups to keep running smoothly and reliably on the road, Your printer also benefits immensely from a little bit of proactive care and attention. Over time, insidious dust builds up inside the intricate mechanisms. Crucial rollers can wear out from constant use, and small, seemingly insignificant issues can fester and worsen if they are ignored for too long. Regular professional maintenance can catch these little burgeoning problems before they inevitably snowball into major, disruptive, and often expensive repairs that can halt your work or home life. You should think of preventive maintenance not as an unnecessary expense, but rather as a smart, long-term investment in your equipment. By having your printer professionally cleaned, thoroughly inspected, and expertly serviced periodically, you can significantly extend its operational lifespan considerably, getting more value from your initial purchase. Skilled technicians can spot parts that are beginning to show wear, such as feed rollers or separation pads, and can replace them proactively before they fail completely and cause those dreaded paper jams or frustrating paper feed errors. This proactive and sensible approach ultimately saves you money in the long run by helping you avoid potentially costly emergency repairs and the significant lost productivity that always comes with a printer that's unexpectedly out of action. For businesses, educational institutions, and any organization that relies heavily and consistently on their printers, Vandeberg Imaging Supplies offers highly convenient scheduled maintenance packages or ongoing service contracts. This is a truly fantastic way to ensure year-round printer health and to minimize any potential costly downtime. Just imagine the peace of mind of not having to worry about unexpected printer failures occurring during a critical business period or right before an important deadline. Vandeberg can tailor these comprehensive maintenance plans to your specific operational needs, whether you have just one heavily used central office printer or an entire fleet of printers spread across different departments, floors, or even multiple office locations. This kind of service is particularly valuable for schools, NGOs, and large corporations. So, when your printer decides to throw a tantrum that's clearly beyond your DIY troubleshooting skills, or if you simply want to keep it running like a well-oiled and dependable machine for as long as possible, always remember that professional help is readily available and highly recommended. Vandeberg Imaging Supplies, conveniently located in the Nairobi CBD at the Odeon Cinema, Taveta Road, Iqbal Building, first floor, room 2, is ready and equipped to assist you with all your printer needs. You can easily reach their expert team by calling +2 5472 055 6824 or +2 5477 755 6824, or by visiting their informative websites at www.vandeberg.co.ke and www.vandebergimagingsupplies.com. They specialize in turning frustrating printer problems into positive success stories, effectively keeping Kenya printing smoothly.